In this video, I'm going to quickly cover some current concerns about EMF exposure and how we can go about removing them. For those of you who may not know, EMF stands for electrical magnetic field. The two most common ways that we are exposed to these are through cell phones and Wi-Fi modems. Though we have been told that EMFs are safe, just like with cigarette companies but on a much larger scale, the telecommunication companies dump billions of dollars into paying off politicians, creating one-sided bias studies, and mass marketing, even though there are highly educated scientists that are warning us about the dangers of EMF exposure. Now, before we go over some methods for reducing EMF exposure, especially for those of you who have children or live in apartments, I would like to quickly go over some current concerns that legitimate scientists have about EMF exposure, particularly with the rollout of 5G. Please note that the following information has not been gathered from random websites owned by people wearing tinfoil hats. The following image on your screen is from one of the world's most popular biomedical literature sites, which is called PubMed. In this study, it clearly states that the health risks of 5G technology are being ignored thanks to conflicts of interest and ties to the industry. It also goes on to say, and I'm going to quote this word for word, "There seems to be a cartel of individuals monopolizing evaluation committees, thus reinforcing the no-risk paradigm. We believe that this activity should qualify as scientific misconduct." Now, keep in mind that this information is coming from 100% real scientists and doctors. So, what type of things do they think EMFs and 5G exposure could cause? One study found that rats and mice which were exposed to cell phone radiation experienced things like DNA damage, lesions of the heart, brain, and cancers of the heart and brain, along with cardiomyopathy, which is a heart muscle disease that affects the heart's ability to properly pump blood throughout the body. Now, since the long-term effects of cell phone and Wi-Fi radiation on humans is unknown and likely dangerous, for those of you who would like to opt out of being human lab rats, the following two methods can be used to greatly reduce your exposure to them. Method 1 is going to be the use of Emf Shielding Canopies. For those of you who are living in an apartment or shared home with multiple Wi-Fi signals or close to a cell phone tower, shielding canopies, if done right, can completely remove cell phone, Wi-Fi, and radio signals from anything that is under them, such as a baby's crib, bed, or computer desk. Sadly, many companies charge ungodly amounts of money for shielding setups, leaving those without deep pockets to literally swim in EMF radiation. Since I do not believe that people should have to pay a hefty price for good health, I will tell you that these shielding fabrics and canopies can be purchased directly from the manufacturer for a fraction of the price on websites like AliExpress.com and Alibaba.com. Method 2 is going to be keeping your cell phone on airplane mode whenever it is in your pocket or close to your body, especially while sleeping. Believe it or not, even when you are not using your cell phone, it is constantly sending and receiving information from nearby cell phone towers if it is not on airplane mode. Now, before wrapping this up, I would like to quickly add that reducing overall cell phone use time and only using it on speakerphone when you talk on it will greatly reduce your exposure to cell phone radiation. As always, if you guys have found this information useful, please help us out by giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel.